Hello there, I'm Monika. So today we're going to be doing a video on making key shapes for your avatar. Now this could be either for your VR chat avatar, or in this case we're doing mostly for VUP. It's a new-ish program for VTubing, and it uses a lot of key shapes. It does like eyebrow movements and cheek movements and all kinds of movements. So I'll teach you how to do key shapes. I'll be going through every single key shape now, or the video is going to be like 2 hours long. Well, not really 2 hours long, but I'll show you how to exactly do them, and then you can do the rest of them, and then we're gonna export it to a VUP. Well, Unity and then VUP. And Unity will be doing the physics and everything. So yeah. So see you soon in Blender. Okay, now that we're in Blender, we're gonna need this plugin. This plugin will be in the description. You can download it by going here, Preferences, and then find the file. And then when you find the file, just tick the box for cat Blender plugin. You don't even have to unpack the .rar file that you get. Just click install, click the package, click tick cat's Blender plugin. You're done. So then you should have this window. You just pull it out by the arrow and boom. Press import and then import the model. Alright, now that we got our model, we wanna do the key shapes. That's what all of you guys are for. It's what we're gonna be doing right now. So, you click on the body, make sure the body's highlighted. You go to this triangle thing. Everything is in Japanese, so we go model options, you press all, and now we get our translated. Everything's translated for us, so we understand now everything. Now the model does come with some like key shapes, normally MMD models and Vroid models. This is a Vroid model. She comes with some key shapes. So the mouth key shapes are already pretty much done for the most part. If you want some more mouth movements, you can do it automatically by going to Vtuber. Select A for A, which is O for J and J. Create Vtuber. Now it's going to take a little bit of time. And now we're going to get this VRC mouth movements. There's going to be a few more than the default. So some you'll be using. I use mostly of these key shapes for the mouth movements. They're pretty good. Nice automatic for you. Now, of course, it's not going to be doing every single key shape that you need for VUP. This is more enough for VR chat, but if you want custom facial animations in VR chat or VUP, Alright, so to make a key shape, you have to be in object mode. Click the plus icon and name it whatever you want for whatever you're doing. Let's say we're moving the cheek, because the cheek movement is going to be one of the key shapes you're going to have to do if you want your cheeks to move in VUP. That is, of course, you don't have to do every single key shape if you don't really like want like cheek movements. If you don't care about it, if you just want mouth movements, I mean, you're pretty much done. But if you want more detail, other than just blinking and talking. Then, so just name it, I guess, right cheek up. Alright, when you're editing your key shapes, make sure you have the right key shape selected. If you have a different key shape selected, it's gonna be hard to go back. Because if you forget, you're probably gonna ruin something. So make sure you're in the correct key shape. Right cheek up. Now, we're gonna put her, from our perspective, right, her right cheek, not from her side, right cheek. From our side, right cheek, which is her left cheek. That's what, anyway, VUP understands what is right or left. So, we're gonna be using two key combinations. We're gonna press L to select area. Let's say the eyeball. We're not gonna be moving that because we're gonna be moving like sections of the mesh, and we don't want to move like the eyes, you know? So we want to leave the the eyes alone. So that means we're gonna select the eye. And then we're gonna do Alt or Control H. Just H, I mean. Alt H is to unhide. Yeah, Alt H is to unhide. Just H. Yeah, to hide it. I'm gonna hide this. Alright, good. I got rid of her eyeball. Now we're probably gonna be moving some hair as well because it's close cheek. So the best way to do hair is to go to materials, select hair back or anything that's to do with hair. Doesn't look like that's the one. Deselect. Let's look for hair. Alright, we found the hair. So there we go. It's all highlighted. Press H. She's gonna be bald. Oop, I'm sorry, Uni. Uni is the person that commissioned me to do her facial expressions. Alright, so we're gonna click somewhere on the cheek out. I think this position is pretty good. Then, to do proportional editing, you press O. And then you press the move tool. Then you get these arrows. Now, if you move up and down, it's gonna move the whole body because the proportional editing is pretty much huge. So we're gonna hold and scroll. You can see there's this circle, which is the area of proportional editing. So as you see, the bigger it gets, the more area it affects. Now, if you didn't, oopsie, Control Z. So now we're just gonna move the cheek up for the key shape. Like that, I guess. Should be good. There you go. Now she has like, her cheek goes a little bit up with the key shape that one of VUP's requirements. Well, it is not really a requirement, but an optional key shape that you can do. So, alright, so now when we go back from edit mode, we're gonna see all of our hidden meshes, and the key shape is gonna go back to normal, or the face is gonna go back to normal. Now, if you go here, click on it to highlight the number, press 1, and there you go. The cheek went up a little bit as we edited before. That's before, and that's after. That's our key shape done, right? Alright, now there is also gonna be a lot more key shapes. I'm gonna explain how would you do the eyebrow now, because eyebrow is a little bit different. then moving just cheeks and whatnot. Because you could do this with like the chin, but for the chin I would grab like maybe these 3 points and do like proportional editing, chin left and chin right, because that's also one key shape VUP uses. Eyebrows. Now, of course, we're gonna want to do, let's say, there is inner right eyebrow up. Or is it? I think it's down. Yeah. So it's gonna bring this bit of eyebrow down. There you go. Now, we don't exactly want to move the skin underneath. So I'm probably, well, I'm gonna move the circle a little bit lower. Like so, and I'm gonna select a few points. There we go. Oh, eyebrows on Vroid is a little bit harder. On MMD models, it should be a little bit easier than this, because this it's just a plane with a texture on it for eyebrows. So it can be a little bit with Vroid when it comes to eyebrows. For MMD models, the eyebrow itself is not on a plane. At least. Or depending on your model, really. All models are going to be different. I'm just going to be showing you how to do these. Nice and quickly. If you understand how to do this, there'll be timestamps down below, so you can skip if you already understand how to do key shapes and you just wanna continue on your own, and then skip to the part where I export to Unity and then we put into VUP. But if you're still stuck, you can still watch. Alright. And bring this down. Alright. Well, it is maybe a little bit jaggedy and stuff, but of course you can do your model how you like, how precise you want things and how you like it. Now, other requirements there is eyes. Eyes could be a little bit difficult. Now for eyes, you can actually cheat a little bit. Well, not really cheat, it's more like a shortcut to make eye movement. Now, what we're going to do is hit start pose mode, hit one eye, turn the eye to like the right, because there's going to be left, there's going to be right, there's going to be up, and then there's going to be down. You need 4 key shapes for each eye, basically. Up, down, left, right for each eye. So it is simple. Just rotate the blue line to the right, apply a key shape, right eye, right. Boom. Stop pose mode. Click on the body. And we should, there, see right eye, right. Boom. It's a key shape now. Simple. Okay, what other things you might get stuck on? I mean, everything else is quite straightforward. forward. There's gonna be mouth movements, left, right, but it's the same as the cheek. There is gonna be some eyelash movements and lower eyelid movements, but that's gonna be the exactly same as the cheek. And so yeah, now when you're done all your key shapes, there's of course more, but I think this should be more than enough for you guys to follow up and make key shapes the way you want them to be. Yeah? Alright, now. Okay, now you want to export your model when you're finished, all of that. Just to click the export button. Alright, it's gonna be like it's optimized. I will probably put a video for optimizing avatars. Or you could watch my very first video, and in a timestamp you could go to the part where I optimize the model, but I don't wanna put this video way too long. This isn't really very important if you don't really care about performance too much. If you're playing like light games or you're not a gamer, then this is not important to you. But if you are a gamer, a streamer, then this might be good for you, because you can save performance optimizing your model. Now, we're just gonna click export. We're gonna go to my Rini folder. That's the model's name and the VTuber's name. She commissioned me to make her emotes and stuff, but I obviously already finished. That's the actual finished, but we need to test, for example. Exports. Now we're done with Blender, yay! Alright, so now let's go to Unity. I'll see you in just a second. Alright, hello everybody. So, we're gonna be doing now Unity. Now, we're gonna be putting our VRM in, which is down in the description below, downloads. The next thing we're gonna be doing is putting our textures in. That is very important, because if you put in the model first, all of your textures are not going to be on your model. You're gonna have to do it manually, putting each texture onto your model. If you do not want to be doing that, then you have to do it this way. Textures first, then model. Save you a bunch of time. Now, we're gonna be putting our model. Just gonna pop it in like so. It's gonna give us a second. Now, when we put it in, we're gonna be doing some we're gonna be doing physics for the model. Okay, physics now for the model. Alright, so there's gonna be some potential problems with textures, because the materials, normally what to do, if you go look here, this is, I think those are the eyelashes. So what materials do is put black in all of the transparent area. We don't want that, obviously. We want the black to not be there, which this happens. Okay, now, to edit the materials, extract materials, let's put a new folder, maths folder. Just keep it nice and organized. You can be thankful later if you organize your stuff. If you're ever gonna come back into Unity again to change some stuff, you want to organize your folders. Now this is gonna be it's gonna take a few seconds. Now there you go. And these are all the materials. It is a little much materials, but how to optimize materials in Blender will be on down description. Okay, now we wanna do materials or a shader for the materials. Now we're gonna be using Mtoon, which is the VRM shader. Most shaders are not gonna be compatible with VRM, so if you're trying to use Pyami or something, you're gonna probably end up with something bad looking. So just use that VRM Mtoon shader. Alright, now we're gonna do cutouts. It's gonna cut out all of the black, so the transparent areas are gonna be transparent. Now, alright, so she has like this coat, but as you see from this side, it's normal, but from this side you cannot see it. As see, there's a coat and you cannot see. To fix that, you need to go here and put in an off. What this can do is put the texture on both sides. Now we're good. We don't have any see-through textures. We're good to go. Alright, so those are the materials. Normally you wanna set them to full brightness, so she's nice and bright. Good. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna have to do is go back to our model, go to rig, put on humanoids, and click apply. Yeah, just like so. It's gonna take a little bit of time as well. Yeah. When we go into rigging, all we're gonna look for is, are all the bones matched up? Is everything working perfectly fine? If something is red, then something is wrong. Or if one of these, yeah, we're just gonna do a save file. Just name it save or whatever. It's basically your save game, for example. If you as a save, basically, of all your progress. Alright. All of the bones are in place, except this. We do not need the top chest. All we need is the middle chest, spine and all of that, legs and whatnot. When I go to head, we do not need jaw. Do not need jaw. Go back to body. Everything is green. Everything is perfect. Apply. If something is red, a quick fix could be, like if something is red, it's probably just out of place or not in a T shape. So if it is red, a quick fix would be go to pose, reset pose, then go click on it again and click enforce pose, T pose if anything is red. If it's still red, then yeah, then something is wrong. Obviously, I'm not gonna go through every single problem that you may face. So, this model is already almost done. Now what we have to do is turn this model from FPX into a VRAM. To do this, we're gonna go to the bottom of the options. Gonna click Export Humanoid. Click down Settings, Author, Monica, or whatever, well, your name, for example. Title, whatever you want, whatever title of your model. Export. I'm gonna make a new folder, call it VRM RIN, and save it. It's gonna take a little bit of time. This possibly could crash. Sometimes it happens, sometimes. So if I were you, well, I don't really do this because I mean normally I don't crash, but if your RAM isn't very high, it could crash. So I would recommend save, which is Control S to save, and then you can try to export. Also, other things to mention. If it does happen to crash, make sure all of your browsers are closed. Make sure everything else is closed to save as much RAM as you can, because this can use a lot of RAM to export. Alright, it should be done. Yeah, it is done. This is your VRM file, but it does not have like all the physics or anything. It's just gonna be a stiff model. These are all your textures and stuff, all packed nicely for you. Now, we're gonna hide the FPX model, put in our VRM model. I'm just gonna rename her to VRM. Alright, good. Open her up. Go to secondary. So this is gonna be our spring bone. This is our physics. Now to do the physics, you want to open her, well, armature and go all the way to head. Okay, we're in head now. Go to secondary and place all of the hair bones inside. You don't have to like put every single bone, just from the starting bone. Okay, now we're just gonna put them in root bones. That's 1, 2, and so on. I'm gonna quickly fast forward. 12 bones. Alright, we're good. Now, I'm gonna scroll these ones back. We can test our bones out now. They should move. Alright, they're moving. Of course, now the problem may come where you're like, oh, well, these bones go into my boobs. I don't want that to happen. My boobs are too big. I'll fix that. No problem. Also, if you don't like the way the hair moves, you can always move these sliders. Now, gravity is obviously how much your physics are going to be pulled downwards. The more gravity, the more the hair is going to be pulled down, as you see. Stiffness, if you put stiffness all the way up, it's gonna make the hair quite stiff. As see, it's kind of weird, jiggly, not much jiggles happening, just kind of moving stiffly. And so obviously we don't really want very high stiffness. Hair is fluid and it's good. Drag force, this is basically how much force you need to actually make the bone move. If we put it all the way up, and we're gonna move our avatar, as see, it's gonna be like almost looking like it's slow motion. It's gonna like almost like anchor each bone almost. So this drag force. Now if you play, click the play button, your things are gonna be reset. So let's say we're working on our physics. Boom boom boom. I'll just show you an example. Alright, then I'm jiggling my model. I'm happy with this. And you want to save all these options. Click the little gear. Click copy. If we press the play button, you can notice this thing is going to go back to its previous position as a C. Alright, we're gonna paste components, values, and boom, this is gonna go back to where it was when we're in play mode. Alright, good. Let's go to our chest, type in spring, add a bone collider group. Obviously, these are gonna be your colliders. Element. Alright, we can do size 2. This is basically gonna... The size is like this kind of wrong translation. The size is basically how many colliders are gonna be. It's not gonna affect the size of the actual collider. It's more colliders basically. I'm just gonna move them up a little bit so I don't move the chest. Alright, so we're gonna move these colliders just like so. Oops, that was the wrong arrow. Ctrl Z to undo. So something like this should do good. Now your hair is not gonna collide with these colliders unless you assign the spring bone. Now we're gonna click and hold, drag into collider groups, press the play button. Alright, the colliders are a little bit too big. But yeah, as you can see, the hair is colliding with the colliders, but the colliders are a little bit too big. Of course, we can change that. Something like that is good. I'm gonna copy, paste it for the other collider. Yeah, I think that looks good. Obviously, we're gonna copy the components. And paste component values. Now when we push the play button, the hair should not be pushed inside or pushed outside too much. Now if I'm gonna move the hair, as you can see, now the hair cannot go inside your melons. Yep. Rini does have a chest. Alright. That's bigger than her butt somehow, but I'm not gonna judge. Okay, now physics are done. Alright, now there's one thing you could do that isn't important for VUP. But if you want facial expressions for like Lapis, if you're gonna be using Lapis or other VRM programs, you're gonna have to do this step. But if you're only exclusively gonna use this for VUP, you can skip this little part, which I'm gonna show. Well, I'm not gonna really do it, I'm just gonna show. But you can skip ahead a little bit. So, we're gonna click on her. Scroll down, blend shapes. Click on the one that's highlighted. And then we're gonna be doing blend shapes. So A for A, that's gonna be all our mouth movements. A, I, U, E, O, your vowels. For your mouth movements, blink, joy, and so on. Basically, that's gonna be your face expressions. The blink is what I'm doing right now, blinking. And yeah, fun, and all of these are like my expressions you see on me right now. And blinks and look left, right, all that. Yeah, so very easy to do. You can do that on your own. So when you're done that, all you have to do is go here again, export, and click export. We're gonna do again a new model, finished, for example. And there we go. Yeah. And it should be done in any moment now. And I'll see you guys on VUP and how to import and how to do the facial expressions. Okay, now importing model into VUP. Yum. Press the plus icon under character in model. Go to here, VRAM file. So us, it's Rini. Open the file. And then you should get your model. It's not gonna have a picture until you open it for the first time. And there she is. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is click the face icon. And you're, it's gonna change, obviously. Now you're gonna match up all of the expressions that you've done under her. So you're blinking and all of these. A little bit overwhelming, but yeah. Of course you don't have to do every single one of these. These are all optional, up to you. If you just want mouth movement and all of your necessary movements, what you think is necessary, go ahead. But if you want to be doing every single thing, sure. Alright, so now I'm gonna quickly do all of these expressions and I'll be back with you shortly. I'm dead. Alright, finally I've done all of them. Some of them for some reason show null when I looked back into them. Like, you can see the cheeks and everything. It still moves, even though it says null. After I check them again, for whatever reason, but they're still on. Alright, so I don't want to click save in case they actually do go to null, so I'm just gonna click on a different avatar or something and click back under her. Let's wait for it to load and we should see now result. Turn on face cam. Oh yeah, I need to turn off my Lopage because that is using the web camera. So I'm just gonna turn that off. I'm gonna turn it on and off. There we go. That should be good. Alright. Eyebrows and everything moves. Eyelids and things move too. Okay. Pretty good so far, I think. Can do a worm with my eyebrows. Pretty good, I'd say. Well, this avatar is gonna be with Trin now. She's upcoming VTuber. So yeah. This is what I made for all the keyshapes. Not the model itself, but yeah. Pretty good. I'll see the eyes do move where I look and stuff. So yeah, awesome. This program probably has the most detailed facial movements when it comes to VTubing. Well, technically, face rig is the best, but it is the most complicated. But this is not a bad thing as well. So yeah, actually not bad at all. Pretty good. Oh, yeah. Alright, enough testing. I'll do the end screen and stuff. So I'll see you in a second again. Yeah. Of course. Alright. Now, if you guys want to check the full program out, the VUP program, I'll link down below in the description. And also, I'll leave a link to my Twitch if you guys want to see me just have fun and play games, mostly games and stuff. All the fun stuff. I'll link down below for my Twitch channel. Yeah. Make sure to follow that and give this video a like and subscribe for more so you don't miss out any like details on new programs that I cover or other tutorials and so on. So of course I'll be covering a lot more stuff, so make sure also to click the bell icon. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Love you all. Goodbye. Thank you all.